Welcome everybody to the FSX must-have freeware add-ons review show, where I, Spaceman number 1, go out and find the best freeware add-ons for you to download into your Microsoft Flight Simulator X. The piece of freeware that we're looking at today is the de Havilland Tiger Moth DH82. I will provide download links at the end of the video, but to begin with, I want to take a look at this virtual cockpit, which I like very much. It has a speed indicator in knots, a altitude indicator, a Garmin GPS system, RPM drive, pitch, a custom compass that I like very much. Overall, very clean. A couple more little knobs and switches for you to play with. Again, clean, it's simple, it's to the point. I'm pretty sure it's pretty realistic. So moving on, taking a closer look, we have your elevator lever, your throttle lever, and your mixture lever. Take a look. The textures that you can see here are very, very clean and rich with color, where there is color. There are not any jagged edges like you see in a lot of freeware aircraft, which I like a lot. And now I want to show you some of the external views. This aircraft has a lot of external views. I'm showing you the side views here. Here's the tail view. From there we get a luggage view, or sort of a cool little back view you don't see on too many planes. Here's our front view. Again, side view, and it has a lot more. I'm going to try and show you as many as I can find. There may even be more than I have actually found. Alright, I'm going to crank the engine here for you. We're going to go for a short flight around Seattle. Please excuse the horrid sound you're about to hear. Perhaps it does not record off of my sound card very well. And alright, so I'm going to release the parking brake. We're going to taxi to the runway, and let's get this flight going. Alright, so a little bit more about the Tiger Moth. It was originally introduced in 1932 by the British Royal Air Force. Originally, there were about 9,000 built, and of those 9,000, 500 are still in active use today. That is very astounding, because that happens with very few aircraft from that time period, that you end up with, so many of them. It is a good, solid aircraft, very popular. It was made popular back then, and it kept its popularity throughout the next, 78 years, which is where we are today. Gonna get takeoff clearance here, and we're gonna go for a short flight around Seattle. Then I will land. I'll give you my final thoughts on this aircraft, and I'll close out the video. So right here, I'm gonna give you guys a little bit of a look at how the different external views give you different views of the aircraft while you are flying. You do not see these views usually in other freeware aircraft. In a few, but not very many. I'd also like you to notice that the sunlight does affect the textures very well. It kind of makes it glow. The shadows, those are very nice. It makes it a little bit more realistic. A lot of work probably went into this aircraft, just into the little things. I believe that for freeware aircraft. Just get the little things right, and the big things, well, you have to work on those too. But overall, if you get the little things like the people who made this aircraft did, you'll have a genuinely good aircraft. And this is a genuinely good aircraft. Again, download links will be provided at the end of the video. I highly suggest you get this. So we're approaching downtown Seattle here. We're going to just fade into a closer look. I will land, and then I'll close up. land here. Landing this aircraft is actually pretty easy for a tail dragger, I think they're called. Doesn't bounce that much. You just have to land it slowly. Don't try and force it down. One thing people do need to know about this aircraft, it does not have flaps, and it does not have spoilers. That may affect some people. Whether it's you, I don't know. I don't know if that would really hinder anybody from getting this aircraft. It didn't really matter that much to me. You just have to take it in a little bit slower, watch your throttle. You can land it from both the front seat and the back seat. The front seat is the passenger view. The back seat is the actual cockpit view. The front seat, there is a small glitch. You will sort of see like the bottom of the passenger's head. I don't really know why. It's kind of weird. You can just sort of zoom in a little. It will get rid of the problem. So, my final thoughts on this aircraft, I have to give it 4 out of 5 stars. Virtual cockpit, amazing. External views, amazing. And textures are amazing. The only thing I do not like about this aircraft is that it sometimes does not seem like it has very realistic flight dynamics. That may change depending on who you are and whether or not you've ever flown a real airplane or more realistic aircraft. Again, download links will be provided right after this. Thank you guys for watching. I hope to do more of these, and I will see you next time.